While the fighting continues, the U.S. is searching for options that would both force Gaddafi to quit and that the rest of the world can agree on.
We believe it's important that this not be an American or a NATO or a European effort. It needs to be an international one. And there is still a lot of opposition.
The most dramatic option under serious consideration is to establish a no-fly zone that would put an end to the bombing runs conducted by Gaddafi's Air Force. But Defense Secretary Gates has warned that would require airstrikes against Libya, most likely cruise missiles fired from ships offshore.
A no-fly zone begins with an attack on Libya to destroy the air defenses.
This is not risk-free. Matter of fact, it's very high risk.
Now retired, David DEPTULA ran a no-fly zone over Iraq with a force of 50 planes and 1,600 people.
With that number of people and aircraft, we operated inside Iraqi airspace about 6 hours a day, 3 to 4 times a week.
That's him in the front seat of an F-15. Iraqi aircraft rarely challenged the zone, but there was still a danger to American pilots.
There were many times that we would fly that we would get shot at with air defenses.
No planes were ever lost, but 26 people died when 2 U.S. helicopters were mistakenly shot down by an American jet over the no-fly zone. Because they fly close to the ground, helicopters are harder to identify on radar than jets, and helicopters are an important part of Gaddafi's arsenal.
I think probably the greatest threat are their helicopter-type forces.
There are other ways to shackle Gaddafi's forces. The UN has already imposed an arms embargo, and naval ships could be used to enforce it. But even a leak-proof embargo takes time to work. Any decision to intervene appears to be days away. As for the fighting, it has entered what one U.S. official called the stalemate phase. Katie?
And David, as we heard earlier, the rebels appear to be losing ground in some cases to Gaddafi's Air Force. Is there anything they can do to turn things around themselves?
Well, the rebels do have shoulder-fired surface-to-air missiles. They just need to figure out how to use them. And if they can figure out how to do that, then they can start shooting down Gaddafi's planes on their own.
All right. David Martin at the Pentagon tonight. David, thank you.